Hey everybody, welcome back to Brent's Backyard Redneckery. Today I think what I'm going to do is make some blueberry jam. This is probably my favorite. It doesn't get any better than blueberry. It's like summer in your mouth. And that doesn't sound right, does it? Anyway, we're going to make some blueberry jam. So I'm going to put together all my ingredients, show you what we got. Get ready. I'll tell you what you need to do. Let's get into it. All right, here's our ingredients. We've got 4 cups of blueberries. Got sugar we're going to use, lemon juice, a little bit of butter for foaming, and pectin to help it gel. So our first step here is we're going to put all these blueberries into our container, and we're going to put this on a medium-low heat and let this stuff get up to a little bit of temperature and start crushing these things. So this is about where I want it, and once it goes cooking just a couple minutes more, we'll toss that into our food processor and give it a good pureeing. And what we'll just do is take spoonfuls of them, dump them in here. If I need to add the juice later, I will. Dump this through here. Just let the juice go through, and then we'll dump that into the food processor. We'll put this on a low speed first. Didn't have my seal on all the way, so it's kind of spitting out the sides. Okay, so high speed. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of a liquid, so hopefully it'll help scrape down those walls and get some of that remaining blueberry pulped up a little better. Let's see if we can really get that puree. Now that's looking pretty doggone good. I'll put the rest of the juice in there, get this done, then we'll push it through our strainer. Well, let's take our lid off here and see what our puree is looking like. Oh yeah, that's absolutely perfect. You can see the seeds in there, those little white, well, light purple looking dots, those are our seeds. So we're going to get those out so we have seedless jam. First thing we're going to do here is pour that in there, a little bit at a time, and then we'll take, you can take a spoon or another tool and push that through. I don't know what this thing is. I found it at my grandmother's house. It's like a rolling pin that's been cut up, but you can use something like this to help force it through there. And then you'll get pulp and juice. You can see all the seeds that are caught in there. And we've got approximately just a little bit over 2 cups of pulp and juice. So now I need about 4 cups. Do I add water? And no way. So what we want to do is take what we have left here, put it through a cheesecloth, and get 2 cups of juice from that. I took 2 cups of water and I put it into my food processor to rinse that out. So what I'll do is scrape this in here and I'll mix it all up, and then we'll pour it through the cheesecloth. And then once you have your cheesecloth there, just going to take this and pour it in it. We're just going to let it drip, because we don't want to take our chances on pressing that through the cheesecloth. We're almost 4 cups with it just dripping. You can see it's still dripping in there, so once it gets to the 4 cups, we'll call it good. All right, so we've got this completely finished dripping. It's just a little bit under 4 cups, so I'm good with that. Now we're going to mix this up and put it back into our stainless steel pot. So once you've got it transferred back into your pot, first thing we'll do here, we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Once you've got that in there, we'll put it up to a medium-high heat. We're going to wait for it to come to a slight boil, and then we'll add our sugar and our pectin. So we'll be using 4 cups of sugar, but I've got 1 cup in here, plus a 1/3 cup of pectin. This is going to go in before our regular full amount of sugar. All right, so we're up to 172. I'm going to go ahead and put in my pectin and that 1 cup of sugar and get that stirred in. And once we get around 200, I'm going to toss in the rest of my sugar, bring it back up to a boil. All right, we are right around 200 degrees. We're going to throw in the other 3 cups of sugar. We're going to stir this in and get it blended in there really well. If we have any foam, we'll toss in a tablespoon of butter to get rid of that. So after you've got your sugar added, you raise your heat. I put mine up on an 8 on the electric stove, and then we're going to bring this up to a boil. So we got a little bit of foam in there. I'm going to toss in a tablespoon of butter and see if I can't get that to go down a little bit. We'll mix that in, wait for it to melt. We're up to 212, 215, so now we need to get up to about 217. All right, so we are definitely up to a rolling boil now. Oh, that steam's driving me crazy. We're up to 217. I'm hoping for 218, but if I stay at 217, I'll count it good. So I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes, let it go, and then we'll check it. All right, we did our rolling boil for 2 minutes. Let's see if this stuff's gelling up or not. Put this on a frozen plate. Not quite. So we're going to get that back up to a boil. Do it for another couple minutes. We actually got this up to 220 for 2 minutes. It's looking a little bit better. Let's find out. That's about where I want it. So I'll get my jars out, put this in some jars and get it canned up. All right, whenever you're filling your jars, you want to take them up to about right there on the line. So we want to leave a little bit of head space for expansion whenever we're doing our water bath. So that's about where you want it to end up. If you go much higher, it can blow the lid off. Go down lower, that's okay, but still want to get it as full as you can right there. Make sure before you put these in a water bath that you wipe these down so you don't have any jelly on them. That way the seal will complete whenever we put the lid on, and then dry them off with another dry rag, dry paper towel, and then take your lid, put it on here like so. Make sure it's in the center. Put your ring on until it's finger tight. So our last step here is to do our water bath canning. You're going to put all your jars in here like so. Fill it up with water about an inch above the lids. Bring it up to a boil, and once it boils, we'll let it boil for 10 minutes, pull the jars out, and let them rest overnight. All right, so the blueberry jelly sat overnight, and it is gelled up just like I want it to. So that was a great success. All right, that wraps up another episode of Brent's Backyard Redneckery. Hope you guys learned something today, learned how to make a little bit of blueberry jam, what you got to do to keep out your seeds. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share it with your friends, come back next time. I'll tell you what you need to do. Y'all have a good one.